happen to kill any of them, did you?
Not that I know of. But they know they've been in a fight, that's for damn sure.
How the hell do you suppose I'm gonna square this with the board?
There ain't no squaring it, not this time. This isn't some barroom brawl. Or some creep with a gas can trying to torch someone. Hey, this is big.
Settle down, Marv. Take another pill.
Hey, there ain't no settling down. This is blood for blood and by the gallons. This is the old days, man, the bad days, the all or nothing days. They're back. There's no choices left. And I'm ready for war.
Prison was hell for you, Marv. It's gonna be life this time.
Hell's waking up every goddamn day and not even knowing why you're here. But I'm out now. It took somebody who was kind to me, getting killed to do it. But I'm out. I know exactly what I gotta do.
Just for the fuck of it, man. Just to shake the ground. You know Jake like to stunt. You know you see when Jake playing the NBA, Jake could do a layup. Jake don't want to do a layup. Jake want to do a super dunk. So imagine when we get them powers, man. We're going to be stunting, man. We're going to show up.
Power. According to the Holy Scriptures, according to the Old and New Testament, the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai promised us that we would receive power over the nations and we would receive power in general.
And ye are witnesses of these things. And behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you, but tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until ye be endued with power from on high. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard?
Migrants. I seen a video. It was explaining and talking about the migrants, that they came to take over. And you know what? I thought about it. I thought about it. The way I be seeing these migrants in the city, they carry a different energy. Listen to me on this one. These migrants carry a different energy and a different attitude. The way they are, it don't feel real. It don't seem real. And I don't understand. The people that is asleep, they have such a connection with these people. And it's like they have no soul. It's like these migrants are soulless. Like they have no soul. It's like dead carcasses walking. And from my perspective, when I look at them, it's not people that look like they came to enjoy a good life in America. They're not even happy in America. They actually been terrorizing it. And the way they are, the way they carry themselves, it's like they up to no good. It's like something's about to come. And it's gonna start with them. I'm telling you, something is off about these migrants. Something is off with them. When I look at them and I see them on the train, on the bus, it's like soldiers. You understand me? It's like soldiers. It's like they waiting for something to pop off and happen. Man, we don't even know who's invaded our country. And I think we ain't being invaded. And I think it's them. Just hear me.
All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule Great Millstone Wow, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba babal. All right, so as you heard, you know, that man give his testimony that dealing with these migrants, all right, it's as if they're soldiers. And I've been saying by the Spirit that these immigrants are putting on U.S. soldier uniforms. All right? And they done this in the past as a Trojan horse. Look what they said happened in the land of Israel. They said that the Hamas, right, had Israelis' uniforms when they attacked January or whenever the time was. In fact, I'll pull it up. So right here, this article published by Israelis I-24 News, it says a video from the attacks does appear to show a group of Hamas fighters dressed in olive green uniforms that look similar to those worn by the Israel, which would be Israeli military. All right, so this is what they do. This is their MO. All right, and so they're bringing in those UN troops. That's what they are. All right, they're not really migrants, they're UN troops, and they're coming over and they're gonna pretty much wage war with the American citizen. All right, we've been prophesying about this. We've been telling you that they're gonna go into the homes, spoil the house, take your goods, eat your liquor, drink your water, screw your wife, kill your kids. This is all prophesied in the Holy Scriptures. And it's coming to pass in our lifetime. This is known as Jacob's trouble. And it's going to climax, all right, when they make that implantable microchip mandatory for buying and selling. All right, and these troops that they're arming and putting uniforms on are not just normal men. All right, they've done some genetic modifications on them. All right, whether it's to add technology or whether it's to, use their technology in a syringe. You got these men that have been turned into weapons. And I'm going to play a video with Putin, and he's going to explain that they got the technology for super soldiers. All right, that this exists. And so that man that was speaking that looked like a Jake of the Southern Kingdom, him saying that they're not normal in their eyes is not an accident. All right, he's noticing that they're not normal because the devil, all right, is coming down with great wrath, and it's against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. All right, they're gonna come down with great wrath, and they are the so-called Caucasians that rule the world, all right, in wickedness. And the reason they're going to come down is because it's the end of their rule. Their reign is over, all right?
Yeah, well, you're asking increasingly more complicated questions. To answer them, you need to be an expert in big numbers, big data, and AI. Mankind is currently facing many threats. Due to the genetic researches, it is now possible to create a superhuman, a specialized human being, a genetically engineered athlete, scientist, military man. There are reports that Elon Musk had already had a chip implanted in the human brain in the USA.
What do you think of that?
I think there's no stopping Elon Musk. He will do as he sees fit. Nevertheless, you need to find some common ground with him. Search for ways to persuade him. I think he's a smart person, I truly believe he is. So you'll need to reach an agreement with him because this process needs to be formalized and subjected to certain rules.
So as you can see, they got technology, which Elon Musk, all right, his name is a message. E being Edom, long, Musk being musket, the original gun, the long musket, which what they were doing under the cloak of so-called research and science, was building weapons against the elect men. All right, because they're afraid, because they're seeing us stand upon our feet, prophesying in the name of Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai, and they're witnessing all the plagues come upon the world at the same time. They're seeing the chariots, they're seeing the movement of the Leviathan, all right? They're seeing the movement of the animals, they're seeing the weather. That's why you got the elite building bunkers, all right? But they also built weapons to try to come against us, the hopeful elect, which they're going to be destroyed, all right? No weapon that is formed against us shall prosper, all right? Because we're condemning the name of the devil, the so-called white man, and this is why he wants to try to destroy us. All right? Isaiah 54. And let me go ahead and change it out into the KJV, because I was doing a sit down in the NLT last time, but we're in the KJV now. It says in Isaiah 54 verse 16, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." So that so-called white man is that smith, and he creates weapons of mass destruction, including the nuclear missile. All right, that was a blessing that the Lord had given to him through his father Isaac, which was our father through Jacob, and Isaac was actually Yahushai. That's why when Yahushai comes back, he's taking that blessing away from Esau. It says, "And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy." See, so he's giving him that technology so that he could build this technology, but it's going to be used on him. All right, he's going to be able to kill 2/3 of the nation of Israel in America with that technology, but it's really going to be his demise at the end of the day. It says in verse 17, "No weapon that is formed against thee," talking about the hopeful elect, "shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn." So who the fuck are you, Esau? Who the fuck are you? You can't even control your own life, and you think you're going to change the prophecies because you got some fucking pull with money? You know? You're out your fucking mind. You're a pervert. You're a weirdo. You're an abomination. And your whole bloodline needs to be wiped out. And there'll be peace on this earth. And that's what's about to take place. And the more you go against it, it's only going to speed it up. You're in a pit of quicksand. And the more you fight, the faster you go down, you little bitch. It says, "This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh." So this is our rituals, to our history, to our heritage. Like the wicked, they do witchcraft. We make these videos in righteousness, glorifying Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai, warning our people, but also condemning the wicked. What we're doing is a beautiful thing right now. It says, "And their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh." All right? So the Lord set up the prophets. So why would he allow you to fucking destroy the prophets? When he set up the Edomite, he put a hedge around that devil. If you touched an Edomite, the worst would come to you. In that movie, The Last Night, when Morgan Freeman's character cut that Edomite in the hand, he had to get beheaded for it. Because there's been a hedge put around that so-called white man. That's why it was breaking news when that Jake, that so-called black man, which the Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that have been scattered throughout all the world, speaking all these different languages, looking like all these different nations. All right, but when you seen that so-called black man, and he jumped that table that was in front of him, the gate that separates the judge from the plaintiff, and then he got over the bench of the judge. All right, that showed you that the hedge that is around this so-called white man is down. So when this devil comes down with great wrath, the Lord's going to use the 2/3 reprobates violently against this so-called white man. And it tells you in Genesis, all right, that in the last days, that Judah's hands is going to be around the neck of his enemy. All right, and even all the way down to Gad, right, the Native American Indian, it says that they're going to be overcome the troops. Who were the troops that took this land from the Native American Indian? It was the so-called white man. So that's why they created these weapons and bunkers, because all eyes are on these devils. Who the fuck are you, Esau? So now that we stand upon our feet, great fear fell upon them. It says in Revelation 11:3, it says, and I will give power unto my 2 witnesses. So every generation, the Lord always had these 2 witnesses. In the time of Egypt, you had Moses and Aaron. In this generation, you have the southern kingdom brothers and the northern kingdom brothers standing upon our feet prophesying. It says, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days. So pretty much 3.5 years, which is a short period of time. Clothed in sackcloth. And that's because we're in mourning, we're in poverty, we're in slavery. It says, these are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks, because we hold this light, this truth, standing before the power of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. And that's why eventually America altogether is going to be nuked. All right? It says in Zechariah 14:12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Talking about the Israelites that are literally, remembering ourselves, repenting from our wickedness, and returning to the righteousness of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It's not talking about you fucking American niggas. And when I say that, I'm talking about all the 12 tribes. You fucking, you Jake that love the fucking heathen. You want to be like the heathen, all about the money, all about adultery, all about witchcraft, all about wickedness. You're going to be melted here, fool. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people, including 2/3 of our own people, that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's a nuclear weapon. All right? Also, the chariot fire that comes down out of the so-called UFOs that come with Yahweh Shai and the angels. All right? And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? We're in this time. They're going to make that implantable microchip mandatory for buying and selling. And anyone that takes that device you're going to be melted here, or shipped off to the Middle East and be melted there. All right, we're in the time of judgment. Repent, and salvation is only for the Israelites, and salvation is in the name of Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahushai.